he's thinking it. He's thinking it. He doesn't really know. He still thought backup was the right answer, but last time, good. Be careful that you don't do, yep. Yeah, it was kind of a forward, but it's okay, because we didn't get in the way of it. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to ask him to do that one more time, but we're going to try to be kind of in the way of the forward. Because we literally want him to go. If he's going to leave, we want him to have made this step away instead of forward, kind of crossy. Yep. Now you're right up on him again. Good. And that's forward. So wiggle, wiggle. Don't wiggle don't pull back, wiggle in front of him. Yep. Yep. He's thinking about it. Oh, give it to him. Tell him thank you. Yep. Good boy. Okay, we're going to do another one. Yep. Good. It's a little forward, but that's okay. We're going to give it to him. Okay, good. I'm not sure where we're at as far as time. He learned a lot today. But I'm not sure if we should go further right today.
So what should I do to stop him from walking forward?
So you would wiggle, but what's happening, let me just borrow him for a second. What's happening is you're getting right under him again. Here. Oh, you want to stay with him? Good boy. You know who your daddy is. Stop. Back. Good. So since he already kind of gets what backup is, have kind of like a zero tolerance, so to speak. Like say, this is the best deal. I'm telling him to move back. Best deal. I'm going to give him this much time, and he's going to start saying, I said back up. Okay? Because otherwise, we're going to get to where we're making a lot of noise in front of him for no reason, where we can get him super light right away. Okay? Yeah, right? And it took me needing to give him a little bite for him to go, oh, okay, you mean it. So when I say mean it, that's what I mean, is, like take it up to where he has no choice but to respond. So like if I point and I want him to go that way, and I tell him to go that way, yes? So he's going to back up, I'm going to go with him when he backs up, because that's not right. So I haven't stopped any of this. Good. Now I'm going to let him know he did the right thing because he's worried. His body's, see how tense he is? His body's like, did I do it right? So I want to make sure he knows, that's it, that's cool, man, that's all we were doing. I think, far enough, back up a step. I think if he goes backwards for you, it's because of maybe how loud you're knocking on his window. So if he's not listening to me, I might go like, hey, talking to you, as opposed to kind of that big bang. He's not going to go forward for me because it's a little more clear for us. But like if he backs up, I'm going to say, no, that wasn't it. Good. You did good. Yeah. But if he were to go forward, where it was more forward than backward, like I don't want to tell him to do it wrong, obviously, because I want him to know that he was doing it right. But tell him it's far enough. If he were to go forward, so now I need him, he's on the wrong page completely. Now he's on the right page. I just waited for him to find the right page. So like, okay, so there he's going forward. So see how I went from pointing to saying, no, it's not go forward. It's not go backward, good. And I'll accept that because that was a crossover and a leave, but I'm going to let him leave for right now. I'm going to have you try that one more time. So it's very, like you have to have like what it looks like. And like I know it sounds stupid, but if you truly like watch a little video clip of what you want that to look like before you do it, he can pick up on that and follow your video. I know it sounds stupid, but they are that vibrationally capable of picking up your images. So go ahead and give him one more shot. Yep, that's partly because I backed up, so he followed a draw on me. Good. Yep, so be in front of him so you can help him. Yep. Perfect. perfect place to end too. That was perfect. That's exactly what you want him to do for you. And we'll put movement next week. You know, we'll turn it into a walking circle, unless you think that you can help him with that. If you don't think that you can help him with a precise go out on the circle kind of thing, then I'd rather you didn't, because then I'd have to fix it next week. But if you think you can, where you tell him to make that turn and then give him a kiss cue, you can teach him your cues while walking with him. You can stand and then put your hand forward, kiss once, and then demand that he walk with you. That'll help him learn that kiss means go. Because right now, he wasn't given a go cue, so technically he's not supposed to go. He's supposed to just cross his feet over and stop, which he was starting to figure out. When you do want them to cross over, face this way, and now you want them to move their feet, you have to help them understand that by saying, move your feet, which in my case is a kiss. So then I would say, and then he would be allowed or expected to walk off. If he walks off before you give him a kiss cue, then he technically is doing it wrong, but we can't make him wrong right now. You can teach him all his go cues walking with him. You know, like I would say, if you want to teach him a kiss to go, you can, when you get ready to leave, you can put your hand forward. I always put my hand forward because I feel like it's the best way to communicate to them. Like if I'm going to go say, hey, let's go to the house, I'm going to tell you that, right? So it's like, so you know where we're going and I'm expecting you to come with me. I believe in the same kind of respect for the horse, so I put my hand forward to say, we're going to go this way, let's go. So instead of like leaving and then pulling them along, I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt that he can respond to me saying, we're going to go this way. So what I would do is I would put my hand forward, say, let's go, say he's standing right here, say, let's go, and then I'm going to kiss, and I'm going to start moving in my body. If he doesn't come with me, I'm going to take the end of the rope and throw it back behind me to hit him in his ribs or his hindquarters to encourage him to move forward. Once he's coming, I'll gather my rope as politely as I can, and then we'll walk together. Ho would be a wiggle. Stop together. Put your hand forward. Start moving in your body. Kiss, kind of all at the same time. I put my hand forward first. It's like a split second before. Then I kiss and start moving at the same time. So like the kiss means for me to move my feet as well. So if he doesn't go with you, I would take 1, maybe 2 steps before I'm throwing the rope behind me to say, hey, I said come, let's go. So this way he doesn't get that gray. Because if you leave like 4 or 5 steps before him and he doesn't come yet, you've given him 4 or 5 steps of decision making that he shouldn't be having. He should come the minute you lean forward, he should be leaning forward with you. And I call that the mirroring game. So you can go and you can like mirror with him and play with him that way too. Say, I moved, you should be moving. You can actually get your horse, like I have my big Clydesdale where we walk and then I do the grandpa walk and we walk like this. And he does that because he's mirroring what I'm doing. And then I can start walking fast again and he's going to mirror what I do. Like I have another horse that walk, trot, canter. Depending on what I'm doing in my body, he does it. So that's a fun thing to play with. But that's where I would definitely leave off today with what we just did, for sure. Good boy. Yeah. But then once you teach him his go cues, if next week he knows his go cues, then, or if you think you can, and I'm not saying you can't, that's why I'm offering it. If you think you can get him to go out on the circle, I would teach him the go cue, not on the circle. I would teach him in person first, or by his side first, and then once you give him his sense of direction on the circle, and then you kiss, he should know that means walk.
What's the not go cue? After crossing over.
Wiggle. Yep. Well, he should just by not kissing means don't go, you know. And then anytime when you feel that he's understanding this for sure, then you can wiggle and say, but don't go forward. Because the wiggle means don't go forward. It always means like if he's cantering, it means trot. If he's trotting, it means walk. If he's walking, it means stop. If he stops, it means back up. It means don't go forward. It means, hey, I'm talking to you. Hey, get out of my space. It means a lot. But it always kind of means backward. It always means downward. So now, see what you're doing though? You're technically pulling him back to you. I don't know if you realize that when he turned and looked away, you started going like this with the rope. So you were like almost inviting him right back on top of you after you just told him to leave you. So you want to make sure that now you just go neutral after he does what you've asked. Yeah. Even more relaxed as, it becomes forward, which he's about to do. You're gonna say, yep. You're gonna say, no, I don't want you in my space. And then you're just gonna relax and be like, see, that's all. That's cool. And then if you accidentally pull him back forward, then he's doing exactly what you said to do. You got a fly that's bothering him. I think you did great. Yeah, I think you both did great. Like you're a student that can follow instructions the right way. You know, sometimes I tell people, okay, now you're going to do this with your hand, and then they do something totally not what I said, and then I have to fix the person before we could ever do anything with the horse. So, no. It's hard for people sometimes. Because people, like, they have a preconceived idea of what it's going to be, so they just, as soon as I start telling somebody, this is what we're going to do, the person, like, jumps in, and they're already doing something, like, wait, I haven't even said anything yet. Oh, you know. I've had that quite a bit. Yes, you've got a good teacher. He's going to teach you well. Then you're going to find really cool stuff. Once you have the ABCs down, the sky's the limit what you can do. It just depends on what your imagination's like. And then you start challenging each other, you know? Like that barrel thing with Hunter, that was a challenge. Somebody sent me a challenge. And I'm like, and it was a girl, she did it with 2 barrels, and she had a horse coming back under her, and she got on him and rode off. I did that with one of my horses, and I'm like, well, that wasn't that much fun. You know, I'm like, well, what about 2 ponies? So that's how that came about.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, good boy.
I'll keep working with him.
Yeah, I would. He's smart. He's definitely smart, and he's not reactive. Yeah, he's not reactive at all.
Meaning he's pretty grounded overall, right?
Yeah, he's not at all like, oh my god, I'm so offended. You know, he's got a personal space issue problem, but that's it.
He's willing to learn.
Absolutely, and he probably would enjoy it right now, you know, especially at his age.